What was my purpose, my intent? You know, that carries over in law enforcement. I'm going to give you an example, and I shouldn't even talk about this because this is history. It's about 2 weeks old, but there was some family drama. Y'all want to hear about family drama? Whoo, there was some family drama. And let me tell you, it's great living close to each other. It is so great and so blessed to have everybody living right here together, you know, on the same piece of property where we're all here. That's good unless you're arguing. If you have a beef with somebody, if you have an argument with somebody, it's not always so awesome to be living so close to them. And I will be honest, I'm not always real good with tact. When I get myself, I feel like back into a corner, I come out swinging, okay? Not one to back down from a fight. I do not go looking for them, ever. Never have I been the kind of guy, neither me nor my brother or my dad, none of us have ever been the kind of guys to go looking for fights. But I'll tell you what, none of us are going to back down when someone comes, you know, swinging at us. None of us. It's just that kind of an afternoon, folks. Tex hanging out here in the pasture with his girl, Santana. And they are being, sheesh. I'm making a video about Tex. Please don't. Not now. Sheesh. Okay, I'm fine. So it was a really cute video happening over here in the distance. I'm sorry y'all were not able to see all of this. Come on, enough already. I'm way over here. I'm just gonna come way over here, out of their way. Okay. There we go. I love to watch him play. I love to watch him play. It looks like he's taken his blue barrel, the one that he rolls around, and somehow he's gotten it lodged between the fence and that little tree, that taller tree. And so I may have to go help him release that, because he normally be pushing it around right now. But he's resourceful, and since it's not available, he'll just take the hanging barrel and play with it. That grunting you hear is not my stomach growling. That would be our beloved pig Trudy. Has come over here to join me. Hi, sweet baby. She's just so nervous about Pig Newton. He's going to be coming in here with her in the next few days, maybe weeks. And she's not sure she wants that. You can see that Moo has been asked to perform some hairstyling duties, and Moo doesn't mind that. You know, it's funny, Jamie and I were driving to get something to eat a couple of nights ago, and we passed by a place that said, no, this is the name of the business, Debbie Does My Nails and Hair Salon. I laughed about that. Debbie Does My Hair and Nail Salon. Sweetie, I am trying to make a video of Tex. He's walking over here to help me out a little bit. Come on, buddy. I'm over here watching you. Such a majestic beast. So yeah, watching Moo over there trying to style Santana was cute. Santana always has that resting, the RBF, as you guys know what I'm referring to. It doesn't matter what time of day, morning, noon, or night. She looks like she is just always on. I'm just gonna stop talking about that, but I am gonna focus on this guy right here. Isn't he gorgeous? I love him. A lot of people have asked us why we don't put tips on his horns. They said, Lester, we saw somebody sent you some tips. Why don't you put them on his horns so he won't be popping those balls? Guys, I don't know if you don't realize this or not, but Tex is not like a lot of the other babies we have here. Well, number one, he was not raised on a bottle. He was pasture raised, and we did not get him until he was already a yearling, which means he was a year old. Now, I'm going to say that he's gentle-ish, but he's not gentle the way Pig Trudy is, or any of our babies who've been bottle fed. And so you get over there close to Tex, and he's going to, what he's going to do is swing his neck around and swing them horns and knock you over, if he doesn't do something worse and hurt you. So this is about as close as we get to Tex. And if you notice, we let him come this close. I mean, I can walk up to him, and I will walk up to him. He trusts me, but not to the point where he's going to let me touch all over him. He's not like this pretty girl. He's not like Pretty Pearl. Baby, you got a fly. You have a fly on your face, baby. I feel so bad. Pearl, stop it, love. Hey, put that tongue back in your mouth, silly. Okay, it's not that time of year yet where we should be spraying for flies. Baby, you gonna lick my phone? So there's a world of difference, guys. There's a world of difference of an animal who you have actually who you've become mother to. And, I wish we had a chance to have a little Tex bottle-fed baby who we could actually walk and love on and all of that. But we don't, okay? Tex him and Santana both. Both of them, we got them as yearlings. And they'd already been off in the pastures, and they were raised by a mama, and very, very little human interaction. And so just the fact that Tex allows me to get this close to him is nice, and I'll take that. But he's just not one to have anyone put their hands on him. And a lot of you guys are asking about Moo, and the reason that he's so gentle, I'm going to walk over there to him for a minute. The reason that Moo is so gentle, folks, is because he was a bottle-fed baby. He's a steer, and he was a show cow. He and his brother, CJ, were both raised by a really sweet young lady who went through all the motions of the FFA program in her state of Mississippi and put them both into a show. So they were both show steers. Problem is, folks, and a lot of people don't realize this, the problem with FFA projects is that once the show's over, guess what? Most of those animals don't come back home. Most of those animals are auctioned off and they're sent to slaughter. And Chelsea, that's her name, she just loved these guys too much to see that happen. She began to reach out to different forever homes, sanctuaries, until she could find one that would take these guys. I told her, I says, Chelsea, I says, I think it's too far. I says, there's no way an animal as big as these guys should be transported that far, you know, from Mississippi to here. She's gonna walk over here and try to run me away from this fence line. Sweetie, I love you, and I don't know why you would want me to leave. I'm just talking about Moo. I've already talked about you and told everyone how lovely you are. Such a pretty girl. Beautiful set of horns. Look at those guys. Seriously, that is a really beautiful set of horns. Her horns would probably be worth more than Tex if you were to be the kind of person to do that kind of stuff. That would not be us. We're gonna let you keep your horns, okay? But no, back to Moo. He is a beautiful, beautiful steer. Very gentle. But I'm gonna walk out there. Give me a moment to get past these geese, and I'm gonna walk out and visit with him for a minute. Please. Well, I was going to go visit him, but as you can see, he's going to come visit me. Now, here's what you got to look out for, folks. You don't realize how big he is. And I don't mean just the weight of this guy. I mean the height of him. He stands over 6 feet tall. You can see he's been playing. Look, I am actually reaching up. I cannot, folks, listen, okay. I am with eye level, and you cannot see over his back. And I'm 6'1", and so I'm going to raise my phone. I have to raise my phone to be able to see over this guy's back. He is a beast, and he's so very gentle. But the reason for that is because he was raised on a bottle-fed baby. Uh-oh, he got a scratch over here. Now, that would have not happened in the front pasture. That would have happened in the back pasture, maybe along that barbed wire. Him and CJ can get over there and start playing around. Guys, I'll tell you, it's only April, and I'm seeing a lot of flies. And I'm surprised because we had a really, really cold blast of air come through here a couple of weeks ago. And I thought for sure that would have killed any kind of larva, anything. And that would give us a slow start to flies and mosquitoes and gnats and all that mess. So I may have to get the old mister out. You remember the mister? We were gifted that last year, and I would drive around in the side-by-side and spray every afternoon around this time, and that would give the babies a good night's peace from all the flying insects and whatnot. And so I'll be getting that thing out again here pretty soon. I'll probably try to crank it up here in a few minutes. All right, I didn't really have a point in the video. I just thought it was really pretty what was going on with Tex. I'm gonna walk over there and free his barrel so he can play. I'll tell you guys something that I learned from teaching, and it's carried over into video making. Every essay that you read, every piece of literature that you read, there was an intended purpose. There was a purpose and an intent for that piece of literature. So it's up to a good reader to know what the author's purpose and intent was when he wrote that piece. So what I've discovered about making a video is it's kind of the same thing. If I get out my camera to make a video, if I want it to be successful, I have to kind of, in a way, make it where it's purposeful for you. I have to have sort of an intent of what I'm trying to show. And so if I've done that successfully, then you will be able to very easily right now talk about what the purpose of this video was. What was it? Informative? Was it just educational? Sometimes it can be a combo of the two. Was it persuasive? Why is she holding her leg like that? Let me see what's wrong with her. Hey, what's wrong? Are you just swatting flies? You okay? I don't like there's so many flies out right now. Especially if it's making the animals act strange. All right, so let me tell you real fast about the family drama. And I'm going to bring up that word, purpose and intent. Hear me now. I'm going to repeat, Lester, who is very, very busy. I was doing some driveway cleanup. I was trying to clean out the ditches. And after I had spent 6 hours, guys, 6 hours I spent in the heat, in the ditch, weed eating, mowing, spraying, trying to kill the weeds. After 6 hours of that, I was approached and I was told how inconsiderate I was because there was a tree that I didn't see that was planted there, and I must have run over it or mowed it over. I apologized. I even offered to replace said tree or shrub. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I was a little bit bothered by the fact that the person who accosted me did not thank me for cleaning out their ditch line, did not tell me what a great job I had done, did not say, wow, this looks amazing, but did you happen to notice blah, blah, blah? No, nothing like that at all. Instead, it was arms crossed, and it was a really uncomfortable conversation. And so I retaliated with some pretty harsh words of my own. And so that altercation ended with a lot of hard feelings, okay? But I don't mean to laugh. I come back home exhausted and filthy and eat up with poison ivy, poison oak, whatever I had. And I said, Jamie, here she is. I talked about purpose and intent. And I says, what purpose would I have had to go over? What was my purpose in going over there that day?
To do good, to take some work off of someone else's plate.
My purpose was to go over there and do some good, help take some work off of somebody else, and particularly my dad. I did not want my dad having to get over there at his age, walking around through a ditch, folks, trying to clean up and weed eat. And so I did that. That was my purpose. That was my intent. However, all of that was completely overlooked by the fact that somehow in all of that mess, I accidentally mowed over or weed eated or somehow removed a tree that someone had planted. Well, I'm the kind of guy who, I video everything. So I go back and I'm looking at my videos because I wanted to see. I honestly, I could not for the life of me picture. Listen, I plant trees. You guys probably don't even know this. But what you see around you, look, listen to me. Every tree this height that you see, guess who planted those? I did. This hill. I'm sorry, I'm getting myself worked up here. I plant trees, I don't tear them up. Anyway, it was just very bothersome that someone would accuse me of, instead of thanking me for the hard work and for saying how awesome everything looks, and just saying, you know what, thank you for replacing the tree, we appreciate it, please be more careful. No, I was told that I should probably just, listen, keep to my own property. Okay, no. Maybe not those exact words, but what I was told was just keep to my own property. Oh, man. It wasn't comfortable around here for a few days. Purpose and intent. Lester's purpose that day, if someone was to have gone down and tried to prosecute, let's just say someone went over there and tried to prosecute me. They wanted to prosecute me for what had happened. My attorney, God forbid I have to hire one, would have said, Your Honor, what was Lester's purpose and intent on this particular day? And you remember that, everybody. You remember that. If your purpose and your intent, if you're of good intentions, you don't got to take mess from people. You should tell them that. Anyway, I didn't actually come out swinging. I hope you don't think that Lester's over here swinging the family, duking it out. We don't do that. Jamie's over here lunging the horses while I'm rambling on. I hope you enjoyed that ramble. You've learned some stuff about the family. You've learned that no matter what you may think of this family and how awesome and how great it is that we all get along in the videos, we can also have our days and our moments when everything's not so pretty. All right? I love you, though. I love you so much. All right, so he don't have a fly issue. I don't know why the flies are only on some and not on others. Oh, you don't have a fly issue either. Let's get one last glimpse of Jamie doing her lunging, then we'll end this video. Give us something pretty.
She's standing on the rope.
Well, tell her to back up. She's standing on the rope.
Well, what are you gonna do?
We've had some fun with these horses lately, learning how to lunge them. But I'm going to be honest, they deserve so much better than us. They do. They deserve so much better than us and what we give them. We offer them a loving home, folks. We do. We offer them a loving home. But for all the work that they've been through when, as babies and growing up to be such good horses, they deserve so much better than what we can give them. Because we just don't know.
What's she doing to me?
I stopped watching, babe. I'm loving on Beverly and Ima and Ivy. They deserve so much more than what we can give them. Don't step on me, baby. Girl pushing me away. Look at that curly hair.